Hi, my dear friends, welcome back to another Python tutorial class. And in this class, we shall conclude the required methods of string that are remaining. Now, the next method with respect to strings is this one, is title. As you can see, I've written here, if the string is in the title case, it returns true. Okay, so we know what already a title method does. A title method will ensure that if you have a sentence, like if you have a string value, then the first letter of each word shall be capitalized, and each title method shall check whether that condition stands or not. So that's what it means. If the string is in the title case, then it returns true. Second line is every word's initial letter in a sentence is capitalized in title case. That's what I just told you. Now here we have a string value, and this is the string value. Welcome to Anaconda class, and I'm storing it in this variable str1. Now let us check whether it falls in the in the title case or not. So print str1 dot is title. Now let us first of all, before running the cell, let us check. This is an entire string value, and inside the string value, the first letter of each word, if it is capitalized, that is in uppercase letter, then this dot is title method shall return true. That yeah, otherwise false. So for welcome, this W, the first letter, it is in uppercase. Then for the second word, the first character, this is in capital. This is capital T. It is in uppercase. Then for the third word, you have the first letter, which is A, and it is capital A, so it is in uppercase. And then for the last word, you have class, and in case of class, the first character, the first letter is C, which is in uppercase, so it should return true. Yeah. So here, in each word, the first particular character is in uppercase, like capital W, capital T, then capital A, and your capital C for these respective words. Now let us check for this particular cell. Print str1 dot is title. What does it say here? This is the first word, and the first character, it is in uppercase. Then next move to the next word, that is in case of 2. Here the first character or the first alphabet, it is in lowercase, so it should return false. And if you move to the third word, in the third word, the first character or the first letter is in uppercase, capital A. Then for the fourth word, the first character of the first letter, that is also in uppercase, that is capital C. But the issue lies in here for the second word, where the first character or the first alphabet, it is in lower case. So that's why it should return false, because for each and every word, the title case should be applied. Okay. That is, in each and every word, the first character or the first alphabet should be in uppercase, and then only it should return true. That is this method is title, it shall return true if for each word the first character or the first alphabet is in uppercase. And even if there is any one particular word where the first character or the first alphabet is in lowercase, then it should return false. Here you can see rest of the words, the first character or the first letter is in uppercase. Okay, so that did not make the situation sufficient, because here for the second word it did not follow the criteria, because here the first character or the first letter of the first alphabet is in lowercase. Then next few important methods are like is numeric. Is numeric method. You have to remember this in like is numeric method. Like in case of Roman numerals, vulgar fractions, superscripts, subscripts, and digits from 0 to 9, it returns true. So is numeric method is applicable in case of Roman numerals, vulgar fractions, superscripts, subscripts, and digits from 0 to 9. Then it returns true. Second method is this one, is digit method. And is digit method, what it says, in case of superscripts, in case of superscripts, subscripts, and digits from 0 to 9, it returns true. All right, it is applicable for superscripts, subscripts, and digits from 0 to 9, and then only it shall return true. It is not applicable in case of Roman numerals or vulgar fractions. This method, that is digit method. Then you have is decimal method. Is decimal method, well, here what it says, in case of digits from 0 to 9, it returns true. So this method shall return true only in case of digits from 0 to 9. So not applicable in case of superscripts, not applicable in case of subscripts, not applicable in case of Roman numerals, not applicable in case of vulgar fractions. So let us check this particular cell. Like here you have these single quotes, and inside these single quotes you have these numerics. So all these for all these you must have numerics inside the single quotes. So altogether you will have string values only. So this is a string value. Inside this you have here you have digits 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and placed inside this single quotes, so it becomes a string value. Okay. Here you can apply these methods. So you stored inside the variable val, and here I have printed this val. What is the type of val? So the val value is printed 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and what type it is? It is of string data type, that is str class. Okay. Now let us apply these methods one by one. Print val dot is numeric. Now, is numeric. It is applicable for Roman numerals, vulgar fractions, superscripts, subscripts, and digits from 0 to 9. Here we have only digits. So yeah, is numeric should return true because it is applicable for digits from 0 to 9. Then print print val dot. The next method was is digit. Now, is digit, it is applicable for superscripts, subscripts, and digits from 0 to 9. Here you have digits from 0 to 9. So the second method is digit should also return true, and it returns true. Then next print val dot is decimal. Now this should also return true because it is applicable only for digits from 0 to 9. So yeah. Then next here you have val is equals to, then inside the single quotes you have, I have entered this 3, then slash, there's backslash u. U is for Unicode 00b3. Now this, what it will do is that Python will basically interpret it as a superscript. This is the format for superscript. Okay, like this is a value 3, and I want 3 to the power 3. Here you can see Python has already converted it 3 to the power 3. So this is the first value, that is 3. Okay, and this b3, here you have this b3. So these 3 will stand up in the power. So altogether you will have 3 to the power 3. Altogether you will have 3 to the power 3. Okay, and that's what it is printed. 3 to the power 3 is 27, we know. And here I've tried to print val and its type. Now let us check. Print val dot is numeric. Is numeric. Now is numeric, it is applicable for superscripts. Here we have a superscript scenario 3 to the power 3. And if you want to ensure 3 to the power 3, then you have to write here 3. If you want something else like 4 to the power 3, suppose, then here you should have written 4. And for to the power, here you have to follow the Unicode, that is give backslash, then u00b, and then in the to the power place what you want. I want 3 to be placed in the to the power scenario, and that's how you get 3 to the power 3. It is a superscript, and is numeric, it is applicable for superscript. So here it should return true that yeah, it is a superscript. Then the next method, print val dot digit is digit. Now this should also return true because is digit, it returns true for superscript, subscript, and digits from 0 to 9. So this should return true, and true is returned. Then next print val dot is decimal. Now is decimal, this particular method, it is applicable only for digits from 0 to 9, and it is not applicable for superscript. So this one in this scenario should return false. If you run this, it returns false. Then let us check for this one. Val is equals to 4, and here you have backslash, and again Unicode and 2082. Now this is for subscript. This is for subscript. This is a Unicode. This you can get here in your Unicode table. You can go into Google and search for to the power, that is superscript, or superscript, that is, or subscript, and you will get these Unicodes in Google. Now this will convert this into a superscript 4 4 to the base 2. 4 to the base 2. It is a subscript. It is a subscript 4 to the base 2. It is a subscript. Now that's what I've tried to print here. Print val comma type val, and now you can apply your corresponding methods. Print val dot is numeric. So if you print this val dot is numeric, it is applicable for subscripts also. So in this scenario, it should return true, and you get true. Then print val dot is digit. Now is digit, this is applicable also for subscripts, and here you have a subscript scenario, so this should return true, and you get true. Then print val dot is decimal. Now is decimal, it is applicable only for digits from 0 to 9, and here we have subscript scenario, so this should return false. Then next is val is equals to, then again a string value, inside the single quotes you have c to the base 2. This is also a subscript. This is how you can also write, okay, instead of Unicode, c to the base 2. Now these methods is numeric, is digit, is decimal, these are applicable when you have digits inside the string format. Okay, when you have digits inside the string format, then these methods are applicable, like is numeral, then is digit, is decimal. Here, although in the base we have 2, which is a digit, but in this scenario the main character here is not a digit, it is an alphabet, capital C. So in this scenario, is numeric, is digit, is decimal are not applicable, they should all return false. Let us check. Print val dot is numeric, it returns false. Then print, let me scroll down a little bit. Yeah, print val dot is digit, should return false. And print val dot is decimal, this should also return false. However, if this would have been a number, like a digit inside the quotes, like for example 5, then this becomes your subscript. This already was in subscript, still now a subscript, but now you have a number in the main position, and not an alphabet, that is a digit in the main position, and also in the base you have also a digit. Okay, so all these, so in case of subscripts, is numeric is applicable, is digit is also applicable in case of subscripts, and in is decimal is not applicable. So only this will return false. Is decimal will return false, and the other two, like is numeric, is digit, should return true. You can check it by running the cell. You see, true, true, false. Then you have val is equals to, and here you have string 5. Here you have string format 5 plus chr 190. And when you print this val comma type val, then what is val? This comes in the form of vulgar fraction. 5 whole 5, then 3 base 4. Okay, 5 whole 3 to the base 4. 5 whole 3 to the base 4. And what data type it belongs to? It belongs to the string data type. Now this is a vulgar fraction. Okay, and for vulgar fraction, the is numeric method is only applicable. Is digit is not applicable, is decimal is not applicable. So print val dot is numeric, this should return true. And then print val dot is digit, this should return false, because for vulgar fractions only is numeric method is applicable, and is digit is not applicable, is decimal method is also not applicable. So is digit should return false, and you get false. Then print val dot is decimal, this should also return false. Then here you have a float value. Now in case of float values, neither of the methods are applicable. Like inside the single quotes, when you place number, when you place digits, then those are like in string format only, digits but in string format, but you need integers, then only all the methods are applicable. So print, if I do val dot is numeric, this should return false. Then print val dot is digit, this should also return false. Then print val dot is decimal. This should also return false. Okay. And the last one here, you have these two very simple. The last two relevant methods of string. One is your starts with method, and another one is your ends with method. Now here you have a string value that is coding, which is a word stored inside this str1 variable. And let us apply this method. How to apply this method? Print str1 dot starts with. Starts with, I place here, starts with is a method, and inside the brackets of starts with, I place small c. So what it is doing is that it is checking if this particular string, it starts with small c or not. But okay, that's what it checks, that whether str1, that is the string value inside str1, whether it starts with small c or not, that is lowercase c. It should return false because our string value here starts with capital C, not with small c. Okay, so it should return false. So if I do print str1 dot starts with, and inside the method you have placed capital C. Now it is checking if your string value starts with capital C. If my string value starts with capital C, it goes and check that yeah, the string value it indeed starts with capital C, uppercase C, so it should return true. It returns true. And then the last method is this one, ends with. Now from the name only, I think you can guess what I'm going to do here. Ends with. Now suppose I place here small h. It checks, this one will basically check whether the string value ends with small h or not. And here it goes, and here we see, and here it says that no, it does not end with small h, so it should return false. Now if I place here str1 dot ends with, and here if I place capital H, then this should also return false, because it is going to check whether this string value whether this string value ends with capital H or not. Does it end with capital H? Doesn't. So it should return false. And now what you can do is print str1 dot ends with, and here you place small g. Now it checks whether the string value ends with small g or not, and we can definitely see that yeah, the string value ends with small g. So when you run this, this should return true, and here we get true. So these were the methods for string. And if you have liked this class, then you can hit the bell icon for notifications, and press the like button, and you can subscribe, and you can leave your comments, and I shall try my level best to address them. So we shall meet in the next class, and that's it for this class. Thank you.